Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post.
Hey, you guys, good evening. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Hope the week is starting off wonderfully for you guys. This is Kristi Saul, the co-founder of the Post+Institute, coming at you live with our nightly episode of Post Daily Dose. Big Papa is taking a little break, a little time for himself, a little time for his heart, a little time because he's been really busy. And so this week I get to be the hostess with the mostest for Post Daily Dose. I see a few of you popping on. Anybody want to say hi? Or if I hit something that you like, hit those like signs, hit those hearts. That way I know that I'm on the right path. So I found out, yesterday that I was going to be the Post Daily Dose host. And so I gave a little bit of thought to what I'd like to do with this opportunity. So I pulled out my favorite parenting book, From Fear to Love. Hey, Julia from Nova Scotia, Canada. Nice to have you with us. Your name is familiar to me. I must have mailed you something recently. So, you guys might not realize this, but the Post+Institute we're a small little operation. So most of the things that when you guys get your books, those are coming straight from my house. Printer prints your little labels, and my little hands put everything in the little envelope for y'all, so it is sent with love. And if there's an error, it's me, and I make mistakes. So if ever anything's messed up, y'all just shoot me a little email and we will get it straight. Hey Jennifer, it's good to see you, and thank you. Thanks for letting me know I'm a great hostess. So this week's episode of Post Daily Dose is brought to you by From Fear to Love, Parenting Adopted Children. So actually we have sold, in the 10 years that this has been in print, we have sold over 500,000 copies. Wow. You did for my husband? Oh, that's right. Yes. That's where I recognize your name, Julia. Thank you. Brenda, the book made the biggest and changes in our lives. That is so awesome to hear. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do a little mini study. We have parents and therapists who are going through a master class with Brian. Some of those people are putting on book studies using this book. I've done several of them, and I plan to do one in the future. Life has just been so busy that I've had a hard time coming up with 8 straight weeks that I had a day or an evening where there wasn't something going on. And so that is why Loving the Parenting Summit, you all suggested too. It's wonderful. Oh, that's right. This week is the Parenting Summit. Very cool. I'm so glad you're participating in it. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the things I have highlighted. So this is going to be a mini course. So each night in our Post Daily Dose, we're going to get like a mini book study of the book From Fear to Love. And so obviously these are things that struck me, but when you read the book, you would find things that strike you differently. And if you've not already gotten the book, get it. We have a great offer going on right now as a promotion. Get your one copy for yourself. Tell a friend. Share the link. From feartolovebook.com. You're asked to pay shipping and handling, so it's $7.95 in the U.S. It's a little bit more international because, good God, international shipping is expensive. But we're doing our best to get it out there to you guys. And when you order the book, if all you order is the book, you still get bonuses. Brian's thrown in a couple of podcasts and an audio recording of him reading the book, so that's cool. And of course, there's opportunities, to get more great materials. So here we go. This is coming from the very beginning of the book. So we're just going to start with chapter 1, and I'm going to read my highlighted. Chapter 1 is Understanding Love and Fear. To truly parent from love requires enormous amounts of time, energy, focus, and mindfulness. Oh, you know what? Actually, I am in the wrong place. I wanted to start with the introduction and the foreword because that's one of my favorite parts. So, rewind. It is your own fear that will cause the greatest struggle in your relationship with your adopted child or child. That's a pretty big statement, isn't it? So the things I highlighted in this 2-3 pages in this introduction: becoming a beacon of love and understanding of your child is something that is the goal. To become a beacon of love and understanding for your child. So think about it, a beacon. Think about when your child is really struggling, when they are floundering, for them to experience you as a beacon of light. You think about like a lighthouse on the shores that are signaling the ships where home base is, where security is, where safety is. And so for you to become a beacon of love and understanding for your child. Changing our assumptions can be challenging, but that's exactly, flip the page, exactly what is required to take proper care of your child. The old paradigm says that the difficult child is angry and controlling. This belief is misleading. The reality is that this child is caught in a stress and fear state, causing the body's natural fear reactions to go awry. The cellular system constricts into survival. Stress can occur through any of the sensory pathways, so you might not know what's causing the stress. It can be any of the sensory pathways. This state of stress causes confused and distorted thinking and suppresses short-term memory. Man, that is so important. Such a one little sentence. Stress causes confused and distorted thinking and suppresses the short-term memory. Viewing him or her as fearful or full of fear and stress sensitive will be your pathway. So those are the things I highlighted. Come back. Thanks, Sunny. Spot on. Absolutely. You know, this book was written 10 years ago. Brian really shared a lot of wisdom, and it's a short little book. It's an easy read, but it is just so packed. You know, it's like you could read 3 sentences and then just stop and ponder and digest. So I want to read the foreword because I always feel like it's such a great place to come back to. And Brian's mom, Post+, Mimi, that we call, and she watches every night. You know, every night she tunes in, and it's a beautiful statement of support. And I see her little face popping up, and I love you, Mimi. It's good to see you today. And thank you for loving on Kevin when he came by. So the foreword: as I sit reflecting on my own journey as the happy, anxious prospect of finally becoming a mother to a child that I wanted so much, I now wonder, if only I had known then what I know now, what a difference in parenting style I would have had. I was unaware of the upcoming emotional roller coaster of being an adoptive parent. I remember how wonderful it was to hold my baby for the first time. My heart was bursting with pride. My beloved late husband Bill and I named our son Brian. A year later, we adopted our daughter Kristi. Although we are all now emotionally connected, the journey was filled with stress and emotional pain. We hadn't a clue about parenting children with significant emotional needs. Many years, many great challenges, and sleepless nights later, I can look back and forgive myself for the things my husband and I did not know. We did our best, and I'm sure you have as well. For all the painful memories, there are many great ones filled with laughter, pride, and thankfulness. I love my children dearly, and I always have. I'm so proud of my son. Through all the hell he raised as a child, he has grown into an angel. I take comfort in knowing that we intuitively did many things right. One thing he has before that I want to offer to you is to never give up on your child. No matter what might happen and what you might go through, as long as God gives us air in the sky to breathe, there is hope. Take these words filled with wisdom, understanding, passion, and insight that my son has provided you and go claim your child's heart. As I said earlier, if only I had known then what I know now, my son might not have been able to offer this book to you. So I hold no regret. Only hope for you and your child. God bless. So, man, that's pretty incredible, isn't it? We have our whole lives. We can get so fearful. Our own fears get in the way of us really loving our children. But as long as we have air to breathe, there is hope. And I can say that from my own experiences. I know Mimi can say that with her own experiences. I know many of you, you might look back, gosh, when to some of my high school and college days, I'm sure they wondered what was going to become of me. But as long as we have air to breathe, there is hope. There are too many stories of painful, hurtful words out of fear that have been exchanged between parents and children in the name of trying to help them. And those painful words sometimes have led to children feeling so unwanted, and in that space, literally disappearing. In my family alone, my mother is an adoptee. I have 2 adopted cousins, and I have, Brian, and I have my son, Kevin, and my nephew's Elijah. So adoption surrounds me. I had a cousin who literally vanished. And so every time he would call, every time my aunt would get a phone call, and no one would answer. So one of those calls where you pick up and you say, hello, and it's silent. In her heart, she just hoped it was her son. And she would say in the silent phone, I love you. I love you. As long as there's air to breathe, there is hope. And each night, we're going to do a little bit of work in this book for the next 8 days while I'm being the hostess with the mostess. I might give you guys some homework exercises if you want, just like I do when we do our long extended version. And hopefully, we can delve into this a little deeper and let these post-daily dose, this little trinket, be filled with something helpful. And so tonight, just your homework is just to imagine hope. If you're struggling with hope, just start by imagining it. Even try to remember a time, maybe a time in the past when you were hopeful. You don't have to have it yet, but let's kind of turn that. Let's kind of stir the pot on our hope and see if we can find some way, maybe even a ghost of what hope felt like. Because as long as there's air to breathe, there is hope. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I love y'all. I'll be back here tomorrow night, and we'll see if we can get through a little bit of chapter 1 and chapter 2, just some highlights. I'm going to read through the comments after I hang out. And, again, thanks you guys for joining us. Thanks for following our page. If you don't have your free book, or you don't have this book From Fear to Love yet, you can go to www.feartolovebook.com. $7.95 for shipping and handling, and we'll be shipping it right out to you. Much love to you guys. Good night.